Guys, congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
It's fantastic, really wonderful. Matilda is such a big deal for so many people, and it's been adapted so many times. But this one feels extra special. How is it to be part of this? Because it feels like it's a really special film at quite a good time, given everything that's going on in the world at the moment.
Well, there's a lot of hope in Matilda, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because she's so brave.
It feels like very surreal but amazing, and it was an amazing experience, especially because it was like my first ever big film. And I just was really grateful that I got the part, and I had such an amazing time meeting everyone, and I made lots of new friends. So.
And Alisha's such a pro that you'd never know that when you watch the film, that this is her first quite ginormous film, isn't it? I
have to say, watching it is. I have to echo that sentiment. It's like
epic,
pretty straightforward. I know when the '96 film came out, one of the things that a lot of the kids afterwards said about was how scared they were of Pam Ferris as Miss Trunchbull.
Yes.
Who in real life is such a lovely person, and it's the same with Emma in this. I mean, the first scene is just, she is scary.
She's terrifying.
I can imagine you were a bit terrified, but I want to go ask you both, because obviously there's scenes as well with you that it's not, she kind of disappears and she becomes this monster. What was it like on set when she was walking around in those big boots?
Well, it was quite scary because she had like all this suit and like lots of prosthetics. But it was like definitely like two different people. When they'd start filming, she'd switch into the character of Miss Trunchbull and she would be quite scary. But then when they'd say like cut, she'd switch back into Emma. And although she had all the prosthetics in it, when she talked to you, she wouldn't be scary because she was Emma underneath all of it.
Was she like extra sweet in between? I can imagine that's something, because she's such a lovely person that she was extra sweet in between.
She's so lovely. It's funny when you see the whole Trunchbull, probably I'd say a third of it is Emma. You know, in its entirety. A lot of it's costume and shoes and prosthetics, and there's a tiny Emma in there somewhere.
Yeah, she's got those like NFL shoulders as well, isn't she? Built into her costume.
We knew she was in there somewhere.
She's in there somewhere, yeah. I mean, it's one of the biggest books of all time. Roald Dahl is such a. Why do you think this one in particular is one that kind of really has found an audience, and generations keep going back to not just his work, but Matilda? It seems to be the one everyone always keeps going back to.
I think because in spite of ourselves, we all sometimes feel on the outside, and I think that's something that we all share, especially as kids, and you take that into your adulthood as well. Sorry to preempt doom on you, Alisha. You will take a bit of it into your adulthood, but hopefully not too much to the point where it's unhealthy. And so I think it was somebody who was older and wiser writing about childhood, or Roald Dahl's books, so they have all of the darkness and light, and they're really beautiful reflections of what it is to be a child and how you take that into adult life. So I think they mean a lot to a lot of people for that reason. Yeah,
for sure. And I read that Quentin Blake did some pictures when it turned 30 years old, I think, about adult Matilda, and he did her as an astrophysicist and as a world traveller. And there's a debate online about whether people actually want to see adult Matilda or whether it should just be left as like a childhood thing, and she's like Peter Pan, where she stays the same age. What would you guys say to that debate?
Well, I am playing her in an upcoming film. I'm joking.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Thank you.
I wouldn't put it past you. But do you think there's that...
We've just got to wait.
You just got to wait for you to
get... We've just got to wait, 15,
come back
20
in
years.
10, 15 years and do a sequel.
Like, that would be, like, good. I think it would be good to see Matilda as, like, an adult, and, like, to see, like, what happened in her life, like, to see loads of the characters, Miss Honey, and even, like, what her parents are doing, and, like, where Miss Trunchbull is. And I think that would be really good.
That would be good, yeah.
Yes, let's all hope Miss Trunchbull is no longer with us.
Let's hope.
In the future.
Let's hope.
She's quite a terrifying character. Well, you don't know. 20 years down the line, who knows? She might be hanging on.
You never know with bad people, though, do you? In films and stuff, they
Very
find
resilient.
a way to wiggle back into people's lives, don't they? Guys, I wish you all the best with it. It's a wonderful film. Thank you so much for your time today. Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey